Hi guys, and welcome to another review. Yeah, it's me. Right, today I am reviewing the enemies of the third Doctor set. And yeah, so this is going to be a big one, so it'll probably be in two parts, and my battery's dying, so let's get on with it. So, I think the first figure I'm going to review will be the one in the middle, which is Omega. So, without further ado, let's do it. So, right. Move the auton and the drashig out of the way. So yeah, this set consists of three figures, obviously, which is Omega from the Three Doctors, an auton from Spearhead from Space, first story, and a drashig from John Pertwee's final season, one of his final season in one of his stories, which is Carnival of Monsters. So yeah, without further, let's get on with this review. So, right, Morbius. Um, well, okay. The detailing wise, if I just put the camera down, it does kind of look like they've shrunken him down. I mean, he is a very nice likeness, and the head is also very nice, and it's all very. He is very much like a Time Lord. You could imagine him being a master criminal. And he is quite tall. I mean, if I put him next to John Pertwee, that's, you can't really see it because of the way the camera's put down, but if I put them together, yeah, John Pertwee is the tallest figure, I think, the humanoid figure, and he is bigger than John Pertwee. And also, this is the John Pertwee from Carnival of Monsters, so you can put him with the drashig. So, yeah, just wanted to point that out. And, yeah, so, right, Omega, the story of the Three Doctors I did really enjoy, and it is really cool because you can put, if you have the 11 Doctors box set, the Doctor from the first and second Doctor are from the Three Doctors, and there's also a new set coming out with the Three Doctors, which is the Brigadier, Joe Grant, and the Jail Guard. So you can put them with Omega. So they are doing variations of that set. So it is kind of cool to put him with some other people from his story. So yeah, and okay, articulation. His hands surprisingly can do a 360-degree turn. I'm not going to do it though. His head has articulation, but if you move it too far, his head does come off, but I'll explain that in a bit. And I'll just put the camera down without it falling. That his feet have articulation as well, and surprisingly, under his robes, the feet do have like articulation, and his feet are armored. Surprisingly enough, it is quite detailed. And of course, one thing to mention with this particular figure is, if you're like someone who buys this stuff to play with them, or, do stop motion, might not be a good idea because his arms are ball jointed, and of course, because they are ball jointed, the silk does like come off. If you've seen some other reviews, then you'll know that the silk does come off them. So he'll be like talking, and then that will come off. And it is glittery, so glitter does come off. So yeah, it's not something to really play around with because it's not exactly stable, but it is a nice likeness of him. I mean, the sparkliness on the cloak or dress or whatever you want to call it is very good. It is very lifelike to the story, and in that story, a little bit controversial, but not only was Omega wearing this silk, but the Time Lords were also wearing it in parts 2, I think, and they were like walking around in them. So yeah, that's Omega pretty much with his detailing, apart from the head, and the back is exactly the same as well, apart from the helmet. So his helmet, okay, so I'll just take it off and put his headless head there. Right, his head is very detailed. It's a very chrony gold kind of colour, and they've done a very nice job painting it. And obviously he has the face there and the eyes, and his head is supposed to come off because well, there's two reasons really. There's one reason it says on the box, and there's another I think they could probably do. And one is, on the box it says his head is supposed to come off, because I think it's in the last episode, part 4, I believe, when Omega wants to rule the universe again, or something like. He lives in his world of antimatter, and the antimatter's kind of taken over his body. So when he takes his helmet off, he doesn't have a face anymore. So he's like, like the headless horseman kind of thing. And his head, it easily comes on and off. It really easily just comes on and off like that. So yeah, and they might actually. The second reason is they've probably done that because they probably might want to integrate his face, probably by if they release I think it's the Arc of Infinity set, they will have another version of Omega, so they're probably getting the sculpt ready for the same kind of thing to happen with that Omega. If they do in the future release a set with him, it'll be pretty cool because I like that version of Omega as well, so that'll be pretty cool. So yep, really I'd give this figure an 8 out of 10, mainly because he is quite cool, but I think it probably, and the silk is quite nice as well. It does look very cool on him, and he is a tall figure, so it does fit all together. And of course he is ball jointed there, so you can pose him in different poses, like that. So it is kind of cool. Yeah, so 8 out of 10 for this figure. I do enjoy it, but there is a danger if you're going to keep it on the shelf, fair enough, but there is a danger with playing with it or doing stop motion that things could go wrong, and the head could probably be a little bit more secure anyway. So anyway, that's Omega done, so I'm going to move on to the next figure, which is the Auton. So, right, the Auton. I think, for me, it's the highlight of this set. I really enjoy this Auton.